Hello everyone, Jacquie Edwards here for Live at Lunchtime again. Just a quick one today, so it's been a bit of a stressful day already. So we've got kind of a strange situation actually, so I'll just tell you a little bit of a story. So this is kind of a day in the life type story of kind of a day in the life of a property investor, an HMO manager, that type of thing. So we've just taken on a load of new properties, as I've been talking about for a while. So one of the properties, most of the tenants have left. We've got one tenant still living in there, and we've started to do some of our refurb work. And he's moving out at the end of this month, maybe by about the 3rd of August. And then we'll have the whole house empty, we'll finish everything off, and we'll start doing viewings. Well, so this is one of our houses that we've just taken on, so all the tenants had their own keys. We didn't have copies of anybody's keys. So as the other tenants moved out, we kind of gathered their keys. They left them, like tenants do. And so we would lock their doors up. So as we started doing work, we started painting in kind of the empty bedrooms. So I told my handyman, make sure you always lock the door after you finish painting, because there still is a tenant in the house. We don't really know this tenant. He wasn't one of our tenants, so we don't want to just trust him with whole hog around the house. So I said, make sure you lock all the bedroom doors. So he would lock all the bedroom doors, put most of the keys into one of the bedrooms, and then put the key for that bedroom into our key safe on the front of the house. Well, it seemed like it was going well, so that worked out for a while. And then he made a mistake, because he had somebody coming to, I think, look to do the cleaning. And he left the keys for the 2 downstairs bedrooms. He left the keys in the door for them. Of course, when he turned up the next day, the keys weren't there and the bedrooms were locked. Turns out the tenant decided to have a friend or somebody stay over. So, yeah, he had grabbed the keys, let a friend stay in the room. There's no beds or furniture or anything in there. And then had just forgotten to put the keys back. So, a bit strange. Kind of said, that's not cool. Don't do that. And I had Jay kind of make sure he always locked everything up after that. Well, everything, again, ticking along fine. I went to the house, I think it was last week or the week before, and I went shopping, so I was going to drop a couple of, decorations, lampshades, that stuff off. And I went into the key safe, I got the key, and it didn't work in the bedroom it was supposed to work in. So I thought, that's a bit odd. So I tried it in the other doors downstairs, didn't work in any of the doors downstairs. I went upstairs, and one of the doors that was supposed to be locked was wide open, and that key worked in that lock. So, a little bit odd, so I put all the stuff in there, locked that all up, but of course none of the other keys were in that room. So we're like, where are all the other keys at? But we can't get into that door to find out. So, moving forward, now we're like, okay, we don't have keys for any of these other bedrooms, just the one. We had another big falafel where there's a box room that's just empty, so you can't sleep in it. It's too small for a bedroom. And it had a bit of a dodgy handle, apparently. Well, the one tenant that's still living there is storing a bunch of his stuff in there. So he shut the door behind him one day and locked all of his stuff in. Well, of course, then he was pissed and told us that we had locked the door behind him. And we said, well, we don't have a key for that room. Anyways, we had to send out a locksmith. The locksmith actually thought it was locked until finally he worked it out that it was just the handle that was broken. Big mess. So we've had lots of locksmith fees already. So today we had our master key system was getting installed. So of course we had the master key guys coming out, just our normal locksmith. And this is where it's really important to have a good team. So we had a bit of a miscommunication where they didn't pick up on the fact that they would have to let themselves in. We didn't have keys for most of the bedroom. So the poor guy that turned up this morning is like, well, I'm just the installer. I'm not the real locksmith that can open doors and stuff. So he made a quick call to the office, and of course this is the same locksmith we've been using for kind of 2.5 years now. We've got a good relationship with them. So really lucky, they sent somebody out kind of right away and they basically said, all right, well, we only have time to unlock the 1 bedroom door that you say once you open that door it has all the keys in there. So he spent the time, he unlocked that bedroom door, we get in there, and of course there's no keys for any of the rest of the house in there. So because we had a good relationship, I had worked with that locksmith and met him quite a few times at all the other properties. I said, can you please just take 2 minutes? Well, it took more kind of 10, 15 minutes, and just pop around to all the other rooms. It's not, he just had to drill into them and just break the lock, basically. So thank goodness he did that, because then we could have the other guy change all the locks on the doors. We also had the carpet cleaner coming today, so we really needed to be able to get into all the bedrooms so that the carpet cleaner could come, and the furniture is getting delivered tomorrow, so it was pretty imperative that we were able to get into all of these bedrooms. Now we're going to have them all changed onto our locks. We're going to lock them all up. The tenant that's still there, we're not doing his room, and we're not doing the front door, so he'll still be able to get in and out, but nobody will be able to get into any of the other bedrooms, and we should be okay from here on out. But it's been a stressful couple of weeks regarding this whole lock and key situation, and this morning was very, very stressful as well. I was in Oxford at 8:30 this morning just to try to deal with this and get it sorted out, but I think we're there. The carpet cleaner's there, the locksmith's just finishing up, so everything's going well. But just to kind of show that not everything runs smoothly all the time. I have been doing this for a couple of years now, and stuff still happens where you're just like, oh my god, what am I going to do? How am I going to get this sorted out? And sometimes you do just have to get stuck in and just get it done whatever way you can. I basically said to the poor locksmith, I said, please, 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 can you help me? I think they all think I'm a crazy person because, what are the chances that this happens? Like, how do you just lose all of these keys and not be able to get into anything? But I've got a good team around me. Everybody kind of was there to support, and we should be sorted out now. So take a deep breath. If you ever feel a bit overwhelmed once in a while, take a deep breath. You can sort anything out with just a little bit of time, a deep breath, and just put a little bit of thought into it. So I'm going to have a relax for the rest of the afternoon. I've got my massage this afternoon, normal massage on Thursday afternoons now. I'm also going to get a pedicure just because it's been a rough couple days. So enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and I will see you again tomorrow.